Welcome to the Chop Seat, where Braves country meets the big leagues. Your host Vic is here to break down everything from truest part to the top of the standings across the league. From walk-offs to wild trades, this is your seat for everything baseball, but a heavy dose of chop. So grab your glove and settle in, because the Chop Seat is open.
Welcome to the Chop Seat, your favorite place for Braves, baseball, and the rest of the league. I'm your host, Vic, and today is Friday, June 20th. And we had a nice, good, exciting series for the Braves. We swept our friends, the Amazings. It was an amazing sweep. We were able to turn it up a little bit. Hopefully they can keep it going. We're going to discuss that on the Braves forecast and on Tomahawk Takes. And we're also going to catch up with the series that went on around the league on in the MLB. So without further ado, let's dive right into it.
It's time for Tomahawk Takes.
It's time for Tomahawk Takes, where we take a look at the previous Braves series. And like I said, it was a exciting series against the New York Mets, the NL East leading New York Mets. They actually came in being the number one team in the National League. But before we get into how the series went, Tomahawk Takes is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use code CHOPSEAT, as you can see below, for $20 off your first purchase. Use code CHOPSEAT for $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. Hey, the NBA Finals Game 7, that's going on Sunday. You want to go catch that game? Go ahead, use code CHOPSEAT. You want to go see the Mets play the Phillies? They're going to be in Philly. Use code CHOPSEAT. Or if you want to go see who else is going on. You want to go see the Braves in Miami. I don't even think you need to use code CHOPSEAT. You use code CHOPSEAT, those tickets might be free. But hey, can't knock it. Anyways, once again, make sure you use that code. And thank you guys for continuing to use it. So we're going to get into, like I said, the series with the Mets. It was it was good to see. It was good to see. It's always good to see when you beat up my little bro like that. It was bound to happen. And it's crazy. Like I said, it was kind of a late matchup. We usually face them earlier in the season, but facing them mid-June for the first time. And, you know, obviously we still got 10 games against them, so you can't get ahead of yourself. They are a good ball club, as we've seen them play against other teams this season and taking out good teams as well, the Dodgers, Padres. So, you know, they're a good team. They're talented, but it was good to be able to win these first three. And we know we're going to face them next week. We got 4 games against them in Citi Field. So it's a good start. If we're able to split that series, we're looking good. We'll be 5-2 against them for the season. But it was a good statement W, and no better way to do that than getting the sweep. Kind of showed us, the fans, that, you know, they still do have what it takes to be able to make a run. Definitely in the wild card, we definitely caught up, and who knows, maybe they can make a run when it comes down to the division. And we also had, before I get into the game, we also had Alex Anthopoulos. He came out in an interview. He said that he's not selling. He said, we're not selling unless something dramatic happens where we're like 30 games under. He said it's not going to happen. He said Chris Sale is not going to get traded. He said anyone under contract for a long term is not going to be dealt. I mean, you got to look at who's on the contract and who's not. And you'll see who is available, you know, according to him, according to what he said. And he also debunked that rumor that was going around with Devers, with the Braves offering, I guess the Braves offered Sean Murphy, Marcell Ozuna, and 2 prospects for Devers. He debunked that. He said that was not even close, that didn't happen. It's up to you if you want to believe him or not. I don't know. I believe the guy. Me personally, I believe the guy. But he said that he said that he knew Devers was available about a month ago, but that's his job, obviously, just to check in and see who's available, who's not. But he said that trade offer was not it was not real. He said it wasn't real. So you do what you want with that info. But at least I do believe him that we're not selling, and you know, it looks like we're gonna go for it. So as we should. I mean, we're just 5.5 away from the last wildcard spot right now. We got plenty of games left, 90-something games. So why not? But anyways, let's look at the action from the series. In game one, it was David Peterson starting for the Mets. He went 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. All 3 of those earned, 3 walks, 3 Ks for him. He now has a 2.60 ERA, and it was Spencer Schwellenbach for the Braves. He went 7 innings as well, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 of those earned, 2 walks, and 8 Ks. He continues to strike folks out. He now has a 3.26 ERA. And to start the action in the top of the first, guess who it was? Juan Soto. He starts the scoring with a solo shot. He hits a Schwelly 1-1 slider, 412 feet to center field. That makes it 1-0 Mets. So the Mets, they started the scoring early. Top of the second with Jeff McNeil and Francisco Alvarez on base. Tyrone Taylor, he hits a double on a ball just out of reach of a diving Ronald Acuna Jr. He almost had that. McNeil and Alvarez, they score. That makes it 3-0 Mets. Bottom of the third with Acuna on second and Eli White on first. Matt Olson with 2 outs. He singles on a 3-1 sinker to center field. That plays Acuna. That made it 3-1 New York. The top of the fifth, this guy, you're going to hear this guy's name throughout the whole series recap. Tyrone Taylor, he strikes again, this time with a 1-out solo homer to left field. That made it 4-1 New York. It was an impressive shot. It was I think it was a 0-2, might have been an 0-2 sinker or something. I'm not sure what it was, splitter, 0-2 splitter. He rocked that one. It was no doubt about that one. He sent that one over there to left field. And again, that made it 4-1 Mets. And, Mets were cruising up to this point, to the bottom of the eighth. Nick Allen, he opens the inning with a walk. And we got to give a credit to Nick Allen, because ever since Acuna has come back, he's been getting on base for him. He has been drawing some walks, getting little singles, a few doubles here and there also. So he's been doing his job with Acuna, following him up in the lineup, getting on base for him. But anyways, he opened up the inning with a walk. Then Acuna Jr., he followed with a single. That made it first and second. Reed Garrett, he then comes in for David Peterson, who he was cooking to this point in the ball game. Alex Verdugo, he comes in to pinch him for Eli White. He singles to center field. That loads up the bases. And this is another thing I've been seeing folks talking about. Braves Twitter having Snickers. Snickers been having Verdugo and Eli White batting in the 2-hole. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I mean, it's been working, so you can't knock it. If it's working, you might as well just keep rolling with it. You can't really – it would be ideal to put Michael Harris or Ozzy, but, we know how much they've been chasing the whole entire season. So you can't really put them there, and at least you break up that 7, 8, 9 pretty much automatic outs sometimes. And that's how it was looking when you had Eli White or Verdugo, whoever was playing left field that night, batting 7. Then you had Michael Harris and then Nick Allen. Those 3 were kind of automatic outs. It's sad to say, but it is what it is. But, hey, it's been working, having them batting in the second hole. As we saw here, Verdugo, he was able to single. Bases loaded for Matt Olson. Matt Olson, he comes up. He strikes out looking. That's out number 1. And then Austin Riley, he flies out to right field. It was 2 shots to score anyone. So that's 2 outs, bases loaded, and we're thinking, here we go again. We load up the bases, runners in scoring position, no outs. Here it goes again. We're only going to score 1 run in this ball game, and that's it. We know what happens when the Braves score 1. It's game. We stop watching the game. You know what's going to happen. Marcell Ozuna, he digs in. He takes the first 2 pitches for balls. That's ball 1 and ball 2. The third pitch, it was a cutter in there for a strike. Fourth pitch, a cutter. He fouls that off. Then he fouls off a split. And then on the 6th pitch of the at-bat, a 2-2 splitter. Marcell Ozuna, the big bear, and also he hits one down the line to left field. Nick Allen scores. Acuna scores. Verdugo scores. They all score a 2-out, bases loaded double. That ties the ball game up 4-4. That was probably the biggest hit of the Braves season to this point. We hadn't had a hit that big where we're able to rally back like that, especially against your rivals, the New York Mets. That was awesome to see. The stadium was jumping. That we definitely needed that. That's the hit that we needed to get this offense rolling. And Marcell Ozuna, he provided just that. The inning ended after that. We go into the top of the ninth after that. I think it was Ozzy Albies. I think he popped up after Ozuna, after his double. But we went to the top of the ninth, 4-4. Still not over. Snit brings in Dylan Lee. It was a good at bat by Juan Soto. He singles to right field. And then Pete Alonso, man, he hits a shot towards the chop house. I'm thinking that's it. This ball is out. That's the ball game. But guess who? Our MVP, Ronald Acuna Jr., La Bestia. He jumps up right at the wall, makes the catch. He throws it in. Juan Soto stuck in between first and second. He wasn't sure. I can't blame him. He wasn't sure if Acuna caught it clean or not. The umpire wasn't even sure. He didn't signal. He didn't make an out signal or anything like that. So he was stuck in no man's land. The throw comes into first. He's doubled off. Huge double play. That changed the momentum again, sending that towards the Braves way. Dylan Lee's able to get out of the inning. He gets the final out. He gets Jeff McNeil to strike out, swinging. We go to the bottom of the ninth. There was nothing going for the Braves. They went down in order. It was Edwin Diaz. He came in. He got all three hitters. Top of the 10th, Raisel Iglesias comes in. And I'm going to be honest. When I saw Raisel coming in, one of my chats, I wrote GG. All my Mets friends, I sent the GGs because I was like, it's over, bro. It's Raisel Iglesias. I know he had a good couple outings, but I don't think he's back. Let me just send the GGs now. Let me just send the white flag before the roasting all the roasting messages come in. But he did his thing. He is looking great, guys. He's been looking so much better than how he was in the beginning of the season. He gets out of it clearly, cleanly. No hit. I don't remember I don't think they got it. I think it was a 1, 2, 3 inning. Sorry, I can't remember right now, but it was clean. No one scores, all right? No one scores. So now we go to the bottom of the 10th. And actually, they had the ghost runner on second, so that he was able to hold it down. That runner didn't score. Then we go to the bottom of the 10th. We had a runner on second to open up the inning. Huascar Brazoban, he's pitching for the Mets. He intentionally walks Acuna, and that makes it first and second. Verdugo, then he pops up a little infield fly. That made it 1 out. And then it was a wild pitch. Luke Williams, he was able to advance to third. It was a weird play there by Francisco Alvarez. Luke Williams was pretty much stuck. And instead of him running towards the base runner and try to, catch him there, and he immediately throws the ball to second. Luke Williams, he does a smart thing. He runs to third. He's in there safely. That made it first and third. Matt Olson, then he drew a walk that loaded up the bases for Austin Riley. And Austin Riley, he comes up. He swings out the first one, a deep drive to center field. That's the ball game. It was deep. It wasn't gone. It was Tyrone. Credit to Tyrone Taylor, man, because this dude, he ran a ton to catch that ball. It was a sac fly, ball game over. But dude, this dude, he got some range. I gotta give him credit. I don't give him credit. I haven't given him credit thus far. But after that game, he had like 3 ribbies in this game, and he had that catch. I know it doesn't mean anything for Mets fans, and they lost the game, but this dude got some range, man. He got some range. But anyways, that was the ball game. A 5-4 Braves walk-off. Biggest win to this point in the season. That's how the Braves are able to take game 1 from the Mets. Game 2 was on Wednesday night. It was slated for Paul Blackburn making his first start of the season, I believe. He went 3 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 2 walks, and 2 Ks. He's now on 1, and it was Chris Sale, Cy Young Sale. He went 8 2/3, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks. He's now 5-4 with a 2.52 ERA. This guy was amazing. He was lights out. Almost got that complete game shutout. So close, just one out away. But this is what happened offensively in the bottom of the first pitch he sees of the ball game. La Bestia otra vez. Again, Ronald Acuna Jr. He starts off with a deep drive to dead center field, 419 feet. That ball is gone. That makes it 1-0. His 8th homer of the season. Make sure you check him out at the All-Star game. You know where to go to put him into that ball game. But then with Verdugo on third and Austin Riley on second, there's a fielding error by catcher Luis Torrens. They call it a catcher's balk. He uses equipment to stop the ball. You know you can't do that. You know you can't do that, bro. That allows Verdugo to score. That makes it 2-0 Atlanta. And then Marcelo Zuna, he follows up with a sac fly. That makes it 3-0. Braves with a nice, comfortable lead. They go into the bottom of the fourth. It's Jose Buto? Jose Buto. He's pitching for the Mets, and it's Ozzy on third with 2 outs. Nick Allen at the plate. It's a 3. He takes a 3-1 pitch inside, almost hits him, but it gets away. Goes to the backstop. That's ball 4. But then Ozzy, he has to home. He slides home safely. That makes it 4-0. And then on the bottom of the 7th, Matt Olson, he's been heating up. As you can see, he hits number 15, homer number 15 of the season to the chop house. That makes it 5-0. And that was pretty much the ball game, guys. Pretty much the ball game. Chris Sale, he shuts the Mets offense down. And he had a crazy diving play in the top of the 9th against Juan Soto. Juan Soto, he hits a little dribbler to Chris Sale's left. He dives for that bad boy. He dives. He throws him out at first. Yo, Chris Sale was locked in. He was locked in. You could tell how bad he wanted that complete game shutout. I think last time he pitched a complete game shutout, I think they said it was in 2019. So you know he wanted it badly. He gets Pete Alonso after Soto to strike out swinging. Then Brandon Nimmo, he singles, and that was it. That was it. Brian Snitker comes out, takes him out the ball game. He was already 116 pitches in. We really wanted him to get that complete game shutout, but then again, it's, he already did his job. His job was to shut them down. He did that the whole entire game. And he's going to be facing the Mets again next week. So there's no point in overusing him now. I mean, 116 pitches this day and age, that's already a lot. That's already a lot. It's not like back in the days where dudes were going 130, 120 something, 130 on a daily, on every start. So I know some people were upset with Snitker taking him out. Dude, relax. If it was a playoff game, yes, you leave him in there. Leave him in there. You don't want to take no chances with the bullpen. Listen, he did his thing, and I'm okay with that call. Right. So Iglesias, he comes in. He gets a quick out. I think he got like a 2 pitch out, or might have been 3 pitches. And that's the ball game. That was the ball game. 5-0 win for the Braves. They shut out the New York Mets in game 2. So then they go into game 3 looking for the sweep. Can they do it? Well, they had to do it against Clay Holmes. He went 4 2/3 with 4 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 6 walks, and 5 Ks. He now has a 3.04 ERA and a 7-4 record. And it was against Spencer Strider. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 8 Ks. Man, these Brave starters have been just hunting with these Ks, man. Getting them strikeouts. That's what you want to see from them. Spencer Strider, he now has a 3.89 ERA, and he improves to 2-5. He picks up win number 2 in this one because the Braves end up winning this ball game 7-1. Oh man, that sounds good. It sounds good to say that 7-1 victory. They do indeed bring out the brooms. But this is how the action went down. Top of the second, the Mets, they end up scoring first on a Ronnie Mauricio RBI single that scores, guess who? Tyrone Taylor. This guy was a menace this series, man. He was a menace this series. That makes it 1-0. The Mets, bottom of the fourth, though, the Braves, they tied up. Ozzy Albies, he ties it up with an RBI single that brings in Matt Olson. That ties it. But again, Tyrone Taylor, he made this play. He made a nice he took a nice route to the ball, threw it at home, and I didn't think it was gonna be that close, but Matt Olson, he just slides right into home plate, right under the tag. Like I said, I didn't think it was gonna be this close. Tyrone Taylor, credit to him again. He makes a play closer than what everyone thought it was, but still counts as a run scored. Braves tied up. Bottom of the fifth, Braves are able to load up the bases this inning. And it was Drake Baldwin, the rookie. He has a phenomenal at bat. When I say phenomenal, you got to look this up. He works it back up to a full count after being down 1-2. And he ends up taking an 8-pitch walk. That gives the Braves the lead 2-1. Then after that, Brazoban, he comes into the game. He starts his first AB against Ozzy with 4 straight balls. That is 3-1 Braves. And then bottom of the 6th, Brazoban, he loads up the bases again. The Braves load him up, I guess. If you want to say you want to get credit to the Braves or you want to blame it on Brazoban, it's up to you, however you're feeling. But then Matt Olson, he digs in. He hits a bases clearing double to right field. That makes it 6-1 Braves. Then Drake Baldwin, he drives them in with an RBI single, 7-1 Braves. Nice, comfortable lead. To end the game, it was pretty much Enio de los Santos, Dylan Lee, Rafael Montero. They combined for 3 innings, 1 hit, 5 Ks, and it was lights out. Braves win 7-1, and they are able to complete the sweep against their rivals in the first place, New York Mets. They are now on a 6-game slide. 6-game slide. One more, and they'll be able to tie the Brave streak that they have this year, a 7-game losing streak. So we'll see. Got to keep an eye on them. They'll be heading to Philadelphia to face the Phillies. They're actually tied now for first place. So at the end of this one, we'll see who has sole possession of first place. But again, a great series win for the Braves. Impressively done. It was great to see that they gave the bullpen, besides game 1, they were able to give the bullpen nice, comfortable leads to be able to pitch. And of course, Iglesias just came in and he got one out game 2. But game 3, the final game, like I just said, bullpen was able to come in, lower stress situations. That's what you want for your bullpen. You can't keep putting them in these 1-run ball games. You can't. If you keep putting them in these 1-run ball games like we've been doing the entire season, pretty much, it's too high stress. You don't have that much room to work with. One mistake, one bad pitch, that could change up the game quickly. But that was it, man. That was it. Good to see these guys clawing back up, man. Clawing back up, because we were starting to feel like they didn't have it in them. Me personally, I'm like, man, I don't know. I didn't think we were going to sweep these guys, to be honest. I'm thinking we were going to take one and then keep it moving. But remember, like I said, our last episode, it's going to be 13 straight games against NL East rivals. To start off 3-0 is perfect. Start off 3-0, it's a perfect start. Remember, if I said if we go 10-3, we'll be just 1 game under 500. So we'll see how they continue to do. A little preview for the Braves forecast. We'll be facing the Marlins starting tonight. So that's how it's going to go. But yeah, so anyways, that is it for Tomahawk Takes. And now we can head into our next and following segment.
It's time for the MLB.
It's time for the MLB, where we catch up with the action from across the league. And we are going to catch up first with the Phillies at the Marlins. The Phillies, they take 3 out of 4 games. They win the first game 5-2. They lose the second game 3-8, but then they end up winning the final 2 games 4-2 and 2-1. The Phillies will now be hosting the New York Mets at home for a 3-game set over the weekend. Then we have the Colorado Rockies at the Washington Nationals. The Rockies, they take the first 3 ball games. That gave the Nationals an 11-game losing streak. But yesterday, the Nationals, they finally end the losing streak in a 4-3 victory. It was a walk-off in the 11th inning by James Wood. And And I believe he had 2 homers in this final game. So good. James Wood, he's going to be a really, really good player. Finally, good to see them end that losing streak. The Braves are over to overtake their spot in the standings due to this losing streak that they had. So, I mean, we'll see how they'll be doing in their next series. Next, we had the LA Angels at the New York Yankees in the Bronx. The Angels, they actually were playing a 4-game set. They actually end up winning the first 3 as well. They won the first one 1-0. That took 11 innings in that matchup. 4-0 shutout in the second game. What's going on with that offense, man, in New York, huh? 3-2 in game number 3 on Wednesday. But then the Yankees, finally, the offense wakes up. They score 7. They win 7-3. And they avoid a sweep out in New York. I believe they had a 5-game losing streak up to this point. It was either 5 or 6. You guys correct me. I think it was 5. I'm going to go with 5. Then we have Baltimore at Tampa Bay, another 4-game set. They alternated wins in this one. Tampa wins the first one 7-1. Baltimore the second one 5-1. Tampa Bay wins the third one 12-8. And then Baltimore, they win the last game of the series 4-1. Then we had a 3-game set with the Boston Red Sox at the Seattle Mariners. Boston, they shut out the Mariners in game 1, 2-0 victory. Then they get shut out in game 2, 8-0 win for the Seattle Mariners. And then the Red Sox, they end up stealing the series. They win 3-1 the final game. Houston Astros at the Athletics. This was a 4-game set. They end up splitting this one. The Athletics win 3-1 game number 1. Astros, they come back in game number 2. They put up 13 runs. They win that one 13-3. 11 runs they put up in game number 3. They win this one 11-4. And then the Athletics, they walk it off in 10 innings. They win this one 6-4. Go listen to that call if you haven't. A lot of the Athletics play-by-play. She be catching a lot of heat, man. She be catching a lot of heat. Go listen to that call. You let me know what you guys think in the comments. Next series we had San Diego at the Dodgers. This was a spicy one, man. Real spicy out there in LA. The Dodgers, they actually won the first 3 games of a 4-game set. They went 6-3, then 8-6, a close one in game 3, 4-3. But then San Diego, they avoid the sweep in the final game. They won that one 5-3, but it was a real spicy one. I think there were about 8 hit by pitches this whole series. Everyone and their moms got hit this series, man. We have benches clearing and stuff. Tatis Jr., he got hit twice. Ohtani got hit twice. Andy Baez, I believe he got hit twice also. And I saw this video when I woke up this morning, man, with Mike Schill and Dave Roberts. They got, face to face when the bench is cleared. If you haven't seen that, go watch that out. Go check it out. Excuse me. Go check it out. You're gonna chuckle, man. You're gonna really chuckle. But I saw this quote also by Manny Machado. He was saying that he said the Dodgers better pray that the MRI scan on Tatis is back okay, because he's pretty much their top player. So hey, it's gonna keep getting spicy, man. Between these two teams, that rivalry, it might be the best rivalry right now, to be honest. I know some people are gonna say Boston and the Yankees, but nah, I think it's Padres, Dodgers, hands down right now. Probably for the last 3-5 years, I would give it to them. So, anyways, good to see some fire from those two teams. And the Dodgers, they make up they give themselves some room in the division as well with these 3 wins against the Padres. Next, we're going to go to Detroit, the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Detroit Tigers. Detroit, they win the first game 7-3. The second game was postponed. And then they had a doubleheader yesterday. The Tigers won the first one 9-2. I believe Tex Cubo pitched that one. Another jump from him. Paul Skeens, he started the final game of the series. They actually, Pirates, they end up stealing this one 8-4 in 10 innings. They are able to win that ball game and avoid a sweep. Next, we go to Arizona at Toronto. Toronto, they win the first 2 5-4 and then 8-1. And then the Diamondbacks, they avoid a sweep. They win the final game 9-5. Then we go to Minnesota at Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they end up winning the first two as well, 6-5 and then 4-2. And then Minnesota, they come out swinging in the final game, 12-5 victory to avoid the sweep. St. Louis at the Chicago White Sox. St. Louis, they come out swinging as well, 12-2 in the first first game. And then they had a doubleheader because it was a rain out on Wednesday. They end up sweeping the Chicago White Sox as they should. They went 5-4 and then 8-6 in 10 innings for the final game. Next, Kansas City at Texas. Kansas City, the Royals, they sweep 6-1 in game 1, 6-3 in game 2, 4-1 victory in game 3. Milwaukee at Chicago. This was a good one to see. Two teams that are very, very close in the standings. They're going to go down to the wire, guys. They're going to go down to the wire. Chicago, they win the first game 5-3. They got rained out Wednesday's game. I'm not sure when that one's scheduled for. My bad for not looking it up. But then they played the second game of the series. The Brewers, they end up winning a close one, 8-7. And then we went out to San Francisco at the Bay. Cleveland Guardians against the San Francisco Giants. The new San Francisco Giants were Rafael Devers, Carita. He was over there smiling and all. The Guardians, though, they win the first game 3-2. They win the second game 4-2. And then the Giants, they end up coming back. A nice comeback victory for them. They win this one 2-1. Logan Webb gets the W. And Devers, he went 3 for 11. A double, 2 walks in his first series with the Giants. No homers yet, but you know they're gonna come soon, especially them doubles as well. So that was it, guys. That's it for the action that went down. We're gonna look at these series real quick that are gonna start today. Seattle at Chicago Cubs. I believe they already played this game earlier today, so make sure to look at that score. Texas Rangers at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Detroit at Tampa Bay. That's going to be a good one. Super hot Tampa Bay team. As of, I think I saw a graphic the other day. Since like May 19th, they're like probably one of the best teams, if not the best team. And Detroit is a powerhouse in the American League, the best team in the American League. So, that's going to be a good matchup. Then we have Baltimore Orioles at the New York Yankees. Chicago White Sox at the Toronto Blue Jays. The Cincinnati Reds at the St. Louis Cardinals. That's going to be a good one to watch. A nice NL Central matchup. We got the New York Mets at the Phillies. They're tied for first, as I mentioned before. That's going to be another series to keep an eye on. Milwaukee at Minnesota Twins. Arizona at the Rockies. Houston Astros at the LA Angels. Kansas City at the San Diego Padres. Cleveland Guardians at the Athletics. The Washington Nationals at the Dodgers. And this is another good one that you want to keep an eye on because it's the Boston Red Sox at the San Francisco Giants. Devers, he'll be facing the Red Sox for the first time in his career. And, man, that was quick. He just left, and he's facing them right away. So that's going to be an interesting one to watch. So that's it, guys. That's it for the MLB. And now we're going to head into our next and final segment.
It's time for your Braves forecast.
It's time for the Braves forecast, where we look into the upcoming series for the Atlanta Braves. And that's going to be a 3-game set over the weekend in Miami. Facing the 29-44 Miami Marlins. The Braves are coming into this one 5 games under 500, 34-39. And the first game is slated for tonight, 7:10 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be the youngest rookie since, I forgot what they said, to make a debut for the Braves. Didier Fuentes, 20-year-old kid. He's going to be making his debut tonight. Make sure to keep an eye on that ball game. I'm going to be watching it myself. Hopefully he does good. Let's see how far he can get into the game. I know they said, I heard earlier, he's been going 4 innings in the minors. So I'm going to say he goes 5 in this one. Let him go 5 innings. Help the bullpen out a little bit. He's brought up in order to line up Strider, Sale, and Schollenbach for the series against the Mets next week. So that's the reason why he's been brought up and be able to give them regular rest for those guys. That's the Spencer and Sale law firm. You get in trouble, call those guys. They're going to be able to hold it down for you. But anyways, Didier Fuentes making his debut tonight, 20 years old. Keep an eye on him. He's going up against Jansen Junk. Hopefully what he throws tonight is junk. He's 1-0 with a 2.78 ERA. He'll be making his first start of the season for the Marlins. Then Saturday's game is going to be Grant Holmes. He's 3-6 with a 3.97 ERA. Going up against Eury Perez. He's 0-1 with a 6.43 ERA. That's going to be at 4:10 p.m. And then Sunday's game is going to be an early game, 1:10 p.m. The Braves, they'll be heading to New York, to Queens, Flushing after this ball game. So they got that early game. Again, 1:10 p.m. start time. It's going to be Bryce Elder. He's 2-3 with a 4.45 ERA going up against, he's been struggling, but he can give you a good ball game. Of course, that's Sandy Alcantara, Cy Young winner. He's 3-8 with a 6.88 ERA. He's been struggling this year. He's been struggling, but I'm pretty sure they're probably going to end up moving him. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you think they are still going to be able to move him. I heard Mets a long time since the beginning of the season. I kept hearing Mets interested in Sandy Alcantara. So we'll see what ends up happening with him towards the deadline. But a few things to keep an eye on for the series. The Braves are coming in with a 3-game streak. Hopefully they could keep that going, as I mentioned earlier. The last 10 games, they're 7-3. Their pitching has been phenomenal with a 2.83 ERA. Let's see if they can keep it up. For the Marlins, they have lost their last 2 games. They're 5-5 in their last 10. Let's see if the Braves offense can keep rolling with Acuna being that spark plug and Matt Olson providing the power. If they're able to do that, they'll be able to lead this offense to some victories. And hopefully that deeper Braves lineup can lead the team to a 4th straight series win. You definitely are more talented than this Miami Marlins team, no offense. So you should be able to do it. But the thing about this team is sometimes when they play the lesser teams, they take it, I don't know if they take it too easy or what it is, but sometimes they get beat by these guys. And the Marlins, they've been a bit of a pest with the Braves recently. So you still can't take these series for granted when you play them. And again, we're going to keep an eye on the Mets and Phillies. They're playing each other. And this is a perfect opportunity for the Braves to be able to catch even more ground when it comes to those 2 teams on top in the division. So we'll see how the Braves do. I think I think they're going to keep it going, keep it rolling. Those that walk-off win and then the other 2 wins against the Mets, those are huge confidence boosters, huge momentum coming into Miami. So again, I do think they're going to keep it up. If you win 2 out of 3, that's a successful series. Of course, that's a series of you. If you're able to sweep, hey, that'll be perfect. So anyways, that is it, guys. That's it for the Braves forecast. Thank you guys for tuning in, for continuing to share the show. Share the show, guys. If you know a Braves fan, Mets fan, Phillies fan, Yankee, anybody you guys know that loves baseball, share the show. It's gonna keep getting better and better, of course, as we go. My goal is to have at least one fan from every fan base follow the show. That would be perfect. That's like my perfect scenario. That's all I'm asking for. Am I asking for too much? Let me know if I'm asking for too much. But that's like one of my goals. Have at least one fan from every team, every fan base follow the show. That would be awesome, man. Where I can have conversations, we can connect over baseball, and have conversations about how your team's doing, how your team's going, the future of your team, how your team's performing now. That's what I want. So, anyways, keep sharing the show. Keep following the show on YouTube at the Chop Seat, on Instagram at the Chop Seat Pod. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Follow the show wherever you can and be able to, we're going to have some shorts also. I see you guys have been liking the shorts. Shorts have been very popular, so we'll be working on those as well. So I hope you guys have a nice, safe weekend. It's going to be hot up here in the Northeast. So wherever you're at, if it's hot, make sure you go to the beach, get some drinks, just chill out, watch some baseball, or even put the game on the radio. You at the beach and listen to the game. Listen to the games. See what's going on. So like that, you don't got much to catch up on when you come over here to the chop seat. Anyways, I'm your host, Vic. Like I said, hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next